Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
All right, a 17-year-old is fighting for his life tonight after being shot in the head outside an apartment complex on Detroit's east side. It's an update to a breaking news story we first showed you at 6 o'clock tonight. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. The shots rang out near the Martin Luther King apartments about 4 o'clock. When our crews got there, we found officers combing the area and putting markers near several shell casings.
Victor Williams is near the scene tonight. Victor, you spoke to several witnesses. This is nothing that anyone can be prepared to see.
No, not at all, Ty and Kimberly. You know, originally as these shots were playing out, people right here in this complex, they thought it was fireworks. But as we all know, they were gunshots. And unfortunately, on the receiving end of that was a 17-year-old who took a bullet to the head.
This don't make sense because this is daytime.
The streets of Detroit plagued again with the shooting of yet another teen in the city.
Someone came from the cattle corner and just started shooting. My thing is, the shots came from all the way on one side of the building all the way to the other, where at least 20, 30 kids are there at all times. They're always playing right there.
This time it's a 17-year-old shot in broad daylight at the MLK apartment complex near East Lafayette in St. Aubin.
Fortunately, right now he's critical, fighting for his life, and so it's very unfortunate.
The barrage of bullets sprayed so carelessly
This was not expected.
that 7 hit this woman's car.
We heard something we thought were fireworks, you know, and she looked outside and she noticed that the damage was done to the car. You know, it's very disappointing.
Investigators are still looking for a suspect, hoping the area itself can offer some clues.
This is a green light location, and we are going over all of our video assets as well as cameras in the neighborhoods.
In the meantime, this neighborhood must now recover from this shooting and several other issues it's had in the past.
I feel bad for the kids. I feel bad for the area. I feel bad for the apartment complex.
And that teen, unfortunately, is right now in critical condition. But 1-800-SPEAK-UP is the number to call if you know anything. You can leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. Live tonight on the east side, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Victor, so we heard police say this happened in a green light camera location where cameras are installed. Do they have any details about that video in terms of the person that they're looking for who did this?
No details, at least, that they're releasing right now, but this is still the early stages of the investigation. So once they probably find something, they'll give it right over to us.
Yeah. Okay, Victor Williams reporting for us live tonight. Thank you, Victor.
Senators probably pretty exhausted tonight after an all-night vote-a-rama to push through the president's big domestic policy bill. Here's a live look at Washington, D.C. tonight. Lawmakers continued voting for more than 24 hours on dozens of amendments. Now, the bill includes a lot of the president's campaign promises, like extending the tax rates from 2017, cutting taxes on overtime and tips, and putting billions toward immigration enforcement. But it also adds work requirements for Medicaid, which could mean millions lose their health coverage. These work rules would also affect food stamp programs, plus the bill rolls back tax credits for clean vehicles and electricity. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle in Michigan are reacting on social media today. We'll start with the Republican side. Republican Congressman John James sending out this afternoon on X a post saying in part, quote, "Now we have the opportunity to lock in and boost the double child tax credit for more than 40 million families with the One Big Beautiful Bill." But Democrats are having the opposite reaction. Democratic Senator Alyssa Slotkin sent out a post on X saying this, quote, "Senate Democrats importantly delayed the process enough to allow the world to see this bill and to lay bare the fighting and divisions on the other side," end quote. So what's next for this huge bill? Well, it now heads to the House before it can get to the president's desk. Lawmakers are pushing to pass it by their self-imposed July 4th deadline. To hit that mark, the House needs to approve a version which matches what the Senate passed. Voting could start as early as tomorrow, but with Republicans holding just a tight majority in the House, there's not much room for anyone to say no. House Speaker Mike Johnson said today on social media that the House will work quickly to get this done.
A key development in the civil trial involving music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Today, the jury reached a partial verdict agreeing on 4 of the 5 charges brought against him, but they remain deadlocked on the racketeering allegations. The judge has asked the jury to keep deliberating. Court will resume Tuesday after the 4th of July holiday. New tonight, Michigan State University says it will cut staff and may offer voluntary buyouts to balance its budget. To stay afloat, MSU plans to slash general fund spending by 9% over the next 2 years. Departments will start notifying employees of the cuts this month. University President Kevin Guskowitz says they're working to protect student services, but warns those workforce reductions are unavoidable. Officials say rising health care costs, inflation, and looming cuts to federal research funding are straining the university's finances.
Tonight, we now know the identities of the 2 campers found dead earlier this month on Isle Royale. Investigators say 30-year-old Bradley Baird and his father, 60-year-old John Baird, both from Northville, were found at a remote campground on June 9th. Park rangers hiked 11 miles overnight to reach the scene. The cause of the death is still unknown, but officials do confirm it was not animal-related, and there's no ongoing threat to the public.
The hospital worker who was allegedly shot by a co-worker last March testified today face-to-face with a man accused of shooting him. Robert Paljusevic fired 5 shots, hitting the victim twice in the arm. At the time, they both worked overnight shifts in radiology at Corewell Health Beaumont Troy Hospital. The victim said he thought of Paljusevic like a brother, but the relationship went south after a falling out. On the stand today, he described the moment he was shot.
As soon as I see the weapon, there was bullets within milliseconds, and I ducked immediately near the steering wheel. Then I heard like a of the gun, so I heard clicks, which indicated to me that either the gun had jammed or the gun was out of bullets. He walked to the rear of the car, back towards his car, I assume, and as soon as that took place, I grabbed my things. I even dropped some things, grabbed those, and ran towards the hospital.
After today's testimony, Paljusevic was bound over for trial.
An organization up north is under scrutiny from the Michigan State Attorney General Dana Nessel after being featured in a Netflix documentary. Dana Nessel says police did search warrants targeting leaders of the Twin Flames Universe group. The group's website says they help people find their one true love and offer spiritual life coaching. But former members claim they were pressured to change their gender identities to match their supposed soulmates. Now, Nessel is urging anyone who thinks they might be a victim to come forward. Twin Flames Universe did respond to all of the media attention it got during the documentary, but they have not commented on the recent AG investigation. In a past post, this is what the group said, quote, "We take seriously recent allegations implying we wield inappropriate control over our community members. After a careful review of both media coverage and recent productions, we are saddened that so much effort has gone into taking swipes at an organization and community founded on love and mutual respect."
New details tonight on yesterday's industrial fire on Detroit's east side. The EPA and state environmental officials are now monitoring the site. No employees were hurt in the fire at Avitas Specialty Services. We're told the company has sealed all sewers and is removing leaked oils. One firefighter suffered a back injury but is expected to recover. The Detroit Fire Marshal's office is investigating the cause. Some sad news for Wings fans tonight. Hockey legend Alex Delvecchio passed away today at age 93. Tributes were posted at LCA, Comerica, and the Fox Theater. Delvecchio was a true Detroit icon, spending his entire 24-year career with the Red Wings and helping them win, of course, 3 Stanley Cups. Delvecchio also captained the team for 12 years, leaving a lasting legacy. The Red Wings shared a statement from his family, thanking fans for their love and support over the years. The team honored him by retiring his number 10 back in 1991, and he was named one of the 100 greatest NHL players in 2017.
After on again, off again storms for more than a week, we really cannot complain about the weather today. We saw some nice sun. Temperatures weren't too bad either, and the humidity was finally down a bit as well.
That's right. Forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams is tracking conditions tonight. Kim, each day we'll see temps go up, it seems like.
A little bit, by about a degree or so each day, but what you'll notice is the humidity is not really going up much along with it, so that's going to be helpful. Pretty nice day for golf tomorrow, but I do have to point out that there is a slight chance of of just a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms popping up later on in the afternoon and into the evening. Now, they would be very isolated, mainly north of I-96, but a couple could break off and make their way here to Metro Detroit. So it's something we'll keep an eye on. And if you're setting a tee time, keep that in mind as well. 86 for the high tomorrow. Today we made it to 85, so a little bit warmer. And there you go. There's that green line that runs through the northern part of Washtenaw and Wayne counties and then northward. That's the level 1 marginal risk for those storms tomorrow evening. Best chance for storms would really be up into the thumb around 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow night. 7-day temperatures, well, unfortunately, they're going right back up again. This weekend will be in the low 90s and unfortunately some humidity to go along with it. So we'll talk more about it and your 4th of July forecast in a few minutes.